Hey everyone, we are on week 12 of the 12-week Starting Over series, which means we are finished. This is our last week. I hope that for those of you who have been following along, that it's been helpful. If it hasn't, hallelujah, it's over, so you won't see anymore. So week 12, I just wanted to kind of go back over some of the things that we have, I don't want to say learned, because I talk about a lot of stuff that we've heard a lot about, but kind of reminding us about ways that we can love ourselves, get reconnected to our inner child, setting boundaries, the gate versus the wall when we talk about boundaries, and how keeping people out and shutting people out completely isn't very healthy, but also having zero boundaries is not good. We talked about codependency, recognizing toxicity in your life. We talked about different coping strategies if you're trying to give up an addiction. We talked about guilt versus shame. So we really went through a lot of heavy stuff over the last 12 weeks, and it has been an honor and a privilege to be able to do this. I know anybody can put up a phone and do a video and post it on LinkedIn, but I really feel like the amount of engagement that these videos have received and the amount of messages that have come through my inbox has really blessed me. So this series blessed me as much as it has blessed you. Moving into putting all of these things in action, I do just want to remind everyone that 12-step programs are completely free. So whatever you're struggling with, it can be codependency, there's CODA, and there's Alcoholics Anonymous, there's Narcotics Anonymous, Sex Anonymous, is it Sexaholics Anonymous? I don't know. But there's all kinds of different 12-step programs. And the reason why I love suggesting finding a 12-step program is because that's where you can find somebody else to kind of confide in and get some direction and have somebody kind of walk the journey with you. Because when you're feeling alone and lost, for me, when I first tried to get sober and start over and get back on my feet, I felt like the current friends that I had were not going to help me, and I also didn't know how to find new friends. So for me, a 12-step program really helped me because I got what is called a sponsor, and I was able to start opening up and becoming vulnerable with another human being, and that person taught me some of those things that I talked about in these videos, setting boundaries or making me aware of the boundaries I didn't have or toxic relationships that I was engaging in. So that's one thing. Obviously, if you can afford therapy, do it. I have been going for a couple of years now. I also do something called EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing, and that's really helped me with my trauma and PTSD as it relates to things that happened during my addictions or previous relationships that I was coping with in an unhealthy way, which was addiction. And so EMDR has been really, really helpful for me. And just reaching out, just simply reaching out to somebody. If you see somebody on social media that is talking about recovery from, it can be from toxic relationships, it can be from codependency, it can be from alcoholism, drug addiction, there's always somebody out there that is speaking on these topics. And if you see somebody that you want what they have and you feel like you can message them and say, hey, I don't know where to start, I need help. Many people reach out to me all the time and say, I don't know where to start, I need help. And I point them to a couple of different directions. If it's a male, I usually get a male involved so they can go in the right direction of where they need to begin on their journey. And sometimes it's not even about the direction. It's just taking that first step and being vulnerable enough to say, hey, I'm not happy where my life is right now, and I don't know what to do to change. I don't know what needs to change. And sometimes it's just that simple act of opening your mouth and telling somebody. And for me, my higher power is God, and I feel like God worked through a lot of different people to get me to where I'm at, one step at a time. I raised my hand, I reached out, I said I don't know what to do, and then just over the last 4 years, my network and my resources and my toolbox and my whole life has completely changed. And I really owe it all to recovery, sobriety, and God. So this is the last video. I feel like I hate goodbyes. It's not really goodbye though. I'll still post videos and stuff. But the 12-week starting over series, we're donezo. So if you need anything, if you need any direction, again, my inbox gets really full and I have a hard time responding. But look for people who have what you want and reach out and just say, hey, I'm trying to start over. I'm not happy with where things are at right now, and I just need some direction. I think you'll be surprised with where you can get. And feel free anytime, go back to my LinkedIn, click on post. You can see every single video that I post. Each one is 10 minutes or less because LinkedIn only allows us to do 10-minute videos. I do have the full 45-minute videos. It's every single week, and each video is about 40 minutes long. I have that. It's cbhstartingover.com. If you can't afford it, because it does cost about $100, reach out to me. I'll give you a promo code. I don't want anybody to be held back from not being able to afford gaining access to knowledge. If you can afford it, please pay to help the people that can't, because it did take a lot of work and effort for my team to produce, and it was a lot of effort on my end too. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and I will see y'all soon in the next video series if I decide to make one, but not for a while. Bye.